Hey everyone, Big Pauly back with a brand new video. Yeah, and I thought it's time to go through my complete Arrow collection. I haven't done this for quite a while, probably a year or two, I can't even remember. You might be wondering why this side of the face is darker than that side of the face. It's because the pile is so high, it's blocking out the light from the window. Yes, and that's just one pile. I got another pile down there. I didn't realise I had so many arrows in the collection. Don't worry, I'm not going to be doing that all the way through the video. Anyway, let's start. I've put them in alphabetical order as they were on the shelf. Apart from maybe one, which is actually a new release, so that'll be going on the end of August's Blu-ray haul. So let's start with the most recent one that I've actually bought. Okay, here we go. Right, first up, Poseidon. Yeah, obviously a remake of the Poseidon Adventure. Really love this film. I watched it the other day, Wolfgang Petersen, and it's a bloody good picture, I'm telling you. I don't think I ever watched the Blu-ray, even though I do own the Blu-ray. I think the last time I watched this was in DVD, but the picture quality on this is flipping incredible. It's like it was filmed today. Yeah, lots of great action in this as they, try and walk through the ship to get to the bottom of the ship so that they can escape. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. It has a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1, which was good. I found it wasn't bass heavy, unfortunately. I like my movies with a bit of beefy, a bit of beefy bass. Yeah, but it was still a good soundtrack anyway. So there we go. So that's Poseidon. So that's the most recent one. Right, let's start as it would be like alphabetical. After the Storm, which I have seen, set in Japan. I actually can't remember much about it. Yeah, that's the trouble when you get subtitled films. You kind of like forget about them after a while. Right, what we got up here then? What's this one? Oh, this is After Midnight. Yeah, I haven't seen this one. This is actually quite a heavy package. I suppose it's got 2 discs in it, and it's also got a booklet. I don't know anything about it, but I will get to it eventually. One of my upcoming months, my viewing months, is going to be the Arrow watching. So I'll get to be able to watch a load of Arrow films that I've got in the collection that I've not seen. We have the Andromeda Strain, which is it 70s? I believe this might have come out originally. I can't see a date on here. I think it was sometime in the 70s. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, yeah, I remember playing the computer game for this back in the 80s. Again, this one's like scientific. This is like, is it some kind of virus or something? It's from Michael Crichton. But I think I've only ever seen it once, and I was about 10. So that's definitely worth a new watch. What we got now? Oh yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. Brilliant Kurt Russell film. Absolutely fantastic. John Carpenter. Again, I haven't seen this for a while, but really enjoyed that film. Now we got Black Moon Rising with Tommy Lee Jones and Linda Hamilton. Never seen it, but I picked it up because basically Tommy Lee Jones and Linda Hamilton. So that'd be interesting watching that one. Looking forward to watching that. I'm looking forward to watching a lot of these actually. I might make it 2 months because there's a lot of Arrow stuff in the collection to spread over 1 month, and I'll find it a little bit tricky. So I might do a 2-month Arrow watch. The Boondock Saints, which apparently this is supposed to be a really good film. I have never watched it. It has got a really good cast though. Willem Dafoe, Sean Patrick Flannery, Norman Reedus, Billy Connolly. So yeah, very interesting cast there. So I look forward to watching that one actually. I'm actually quite excited about watching a lot of these Arrow films because like I say, I've not seen half of this lot, or even a third of it. Yeah. Burbs. The Burbs with Tom Hanks. I have seen this one, a comedy, and I really enjoyed it. Candyman, classic. Absolutely brilliant. Shame it's got no slipcover on it, though. Yeah, Tony Todd, what can you say? It's Candyman. I actually need to watch the reboot, the remake, because I've not seen that. What Evil Drives? The Car. Now, this is an interesting one. I'm actually really looking forward to watching this one. This is kind of, I think this is supposed to be like Duel, but with a car. Or Maximum Overdrive, but with the car. So, yeah, I look forward to actually watching that one, because I've only got a basic idea of what some of these films are about. I think this one came from a subscriber. What's this one called? This is called Malatesta's Carnival of Blood. Obviously, this is going to be a bit... So, yeah, again, no idea what that one's about. That's about a Carnival of Blood. What we got now? Oh, Children of Men. Clive Owen, Julianne Moore, Michael Caine. Absolutely fantastic. Kind of like a not really a post-apocalyptic. It's just a changed world because there's been no babies born. The one thing that I remember above all else in this film is that car scene with the motorbikes, where it was like a one pan shot through the car and around the bikes. Bloody brilliant. Yeah, I really want to watch that one again. What we got? Oh, we've got one with a slipcover. What is this? Oh, this is Riddick. Riddick? Yeah, it's not a film about frogs. It's The Chronicles of Riddick. Yes, again, this needs a rewatch. I think this might actually have a director's cut. It's got a director's cut, so I'll probably watch that one. Yeah, so, yeah, looking forward to watching that one. And then we have Kurt Russell in Dark Blue. Again, a film I've never watched. I have no idea what it's about. Set in 1992. LA is at a boiling point. One cop's turning up the heat. So it sounds good. It sounds good. What we got? Next, we have The Delta Force, which I think I bought this in Sainsbury's in Folkestone. Do you remember when people were reporting that they were selling Arrow Blu-rays for about £3 each? And I picked up a couple of them for £3. Yeah, and I sent a few out to some people that needed some, that couldn't get any. But I picked up a couple for myself as well, including The Delta Force. And it comes with a really nice thick booklet in there as well. So I think that was a bloody good deal. Oh, who misses that, eh? Who misses Blu-ray hunting in Sainsbury's and Tesco's? Oh dear, we're never going to get those days back, are we? Next up, we have the original Flatliners. Fantastic. That definitely needs a rewatch. Obviously, it's a film about, you know, experimental and dying and what's beyond death and that kind of stuff. Nice, kind of like a velvety slipcover there with some nice spot gloss. One thing that Arrow does do, they do really good slipcovers. Next up, we have The Gift. Again, another velvety one with a nice little bit of spot gloss on the outside. Cate Blanchett. I don't think I've ever seen this. Katie Holmes, Keanu Reeves, Hilary Swank. I don't think I've ever seen this one. No, I definitely haven't. So this is directed Sam Raimi. So that should be a pretty cool one, I hope. Like I say, a lot of these are going to be one-time watches. Well, not one-time watches, but first-time watches. When I get to my my Arrow 2-month watch. Yeah. Of course, classic there. Heathers, old Christian Slater and I was going to say Helena Bonham Carter. I don't know why. Winona Ryder. Yeah. I know why I was going to say Helena Bonham Carter, because I've just been rewatching the Harry Potter series, and I just watched the Half-Blood Prince last night. Next up, we got Clive Barker's Hellraiser, old Pinhead. Yeah, looking forward to re-watching that one. I think that was bought from Sainsbury's as well. Mads Mikkelsen, The Hunt. Was this the one where he was drunk for a whole 24 hours or something? I don't know. Probably not. I think I might be thinking of a different one. Oh, he's a primary school teacher in a custody battle over his teenage son. Okay, so I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking of a different Mads Mikkelsen film. What we got next? I See You. Yeah, no idea what this one's about, but it looks a bit creepy to me. You can see the window now shining some light on my face. The pole's going down. Next up, we have Invasion, which is a really good film. Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig. I watched this pretty much soon after I bought it. It's a bit like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, that kind of thing. I thought it was really good. Really enjoyed it. Now we have JSA. Sounds like a boy band, doesn't it? Yeah, Joint Security Area. Obviously it looks like North Korea or something like that. Yeah, North Korea, South Korea. So it's going to be a bit of a war film, kind of that sort of thing. So I look forward to watching that. Next up we have The Last Starfighter. I love this film. I remember watching this way back when it first came out. Grew up with it. Got it on 4K now, so I'm definitely going to be rewatching that one in 4K. Looking forward to watching a lot of these. Again, The Long Kiss Goodnight, Gina Davis, brilliant film. Samuel L. Jackson, great action film. That's going to be a definite rewatch. Next we have a very interesting one. Out of Time Without a Clue. Mega Time Squad. So that kind of sounds interesting. I don't know, from the look of it, I kind of getting a, I don't know what am I'm getting like a Time Cop meets Suicide Squad. So yeah, that'd be interesting. What we got next? Next up we've got Old Boy. This was one of the ones that I picked up in Sainsbury's. They had a whole stack of them for about, I think at the time it was like £3, or maybe, yeah, I think it was £3. And they had slipcovers as well, so I got one for me. So this is a throwback to Sainsbury's. I've never seen Old Boy. I've heard it's really good though. Next up we have Pitch Black on 4K. Now, this never came with a slipcover. I don't think this 4K actually did come with a slipcover, but I got one made up from Inky Prints. That's why it's in the plastic case. Love that film. Can't wait to watch that in 4K. Raising Cain, John Lithgow. He looks a bit manic there, doesn't he? I might have seen this film once, Brian De Palma, but I definitely want to see that again. We have Runaway Train, which I did see last year, was it? I think it might have been last year or the year before, with John Voight there. Basically about a runaway train. They kind of did a loose, kind of like a loose remake. It wasn't exactly a remake, but Unstoppable with Denzel Washington and Chris Pine? Chris Pine. It's kind of the same thing. We've got another one from a subscriber. Satan's Blade. Yeah. Interesting. No idea what it's about. That's about Satan's Blade. Another one that I'm really looking forward to watching. This is Silent Running. Yes, fantastic. If it was this, yeah, I was going to say Douglas Trumbull, the special effects bloke. Yeah, I really can't wait to watch that one. I love the old space films from like the 70s and the 80s. Next up we have Sisters and Brothers, a film by, is it Jacques Audiard, John C. Reilly and Joaquin Phoenix and Jake Gyllenhaal and Riz Ahmed. Obviously a Western. Yeah, look forward to watching that one. The pile's getting high again. Now we have 16 Candles. Yes, look at that nice little bit of spot gloss. That's what I mean about the old Arrow slips. This is a John Hughes film. Now, don't beat me up. I've never seen this. I've never seen this. I'm sure this was an 80s film. I think it just says 2018 on the back. I'm sure it was an 80s film, but for some reason I never watched this when it came out. What we got next? Next we got Southland Tales with Sarah Michelle Gellar and Sean William Scott and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, a film by Richard Kelly. I've heard it's a bit weird, so well, I'll let you know when I watch it. Time Bandits, absolute classic, love it. Now I did start to watch the remake TV series, which I think I got about 3 episodes in, and I thought, it's just not working. It's just not working. And this is just absolute Terry Gilliam classic stuff. And I really want to watch that again, now in 4K. All that pile's leaning a bit too much. Let me just push that over. What we got next? Oh yeah, this one was elusive. This one was I was trying to get hold of this one for ages, and it came out around about Halloween, and it just sold out everywhere. Trick or Treat. Yeah, not Trick or Treat, Trick or Treat, with a really nice slipcover, and look at that. Oh yeah, spot gloss. Yeah, so actually with me doing like should I do September? I might do September and October when I do these Arrow films. Yeah, because I've got my Christopher Nolan ones out of the way. That's bloody ages. But I think I need 2 months to do this lot. I mean, this is just one shelf. I've got another shelf as well. The bigger ones. Yeah, that is wobbling a bit. Next up, we have The Man from U.N.C.L.E., Armie Hammer and Henry Cavill, Alicia Vikander, yeah. Alicia Vikander, yeah. Yeah, basically a remake of the TV series. I enjoyed it though. I thought it was really good. It's kind of like a throwback, kind of like 60s James Bond sort of thing. Pardon me. Next up we have The Usual Suspects. Only ever seen this once, and I look forward to watching it in 4K. We have The Villainess, which I believe is kind of like a John Wick film, like a female John Wick. So I look forward to watching that. My face is going to get dark again as it blocks out the light from the window. All right, 3 more on this shelf. Classic John Hughes film, Weird Science. Look at that nice slipcover with a nice little bit of reflectiveness on there. Absolutely brilliant. 2 more. We have The Woman. Is it woman or women? Woman. The Woman. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing, but she looks a bit bloody. And I think this has got another film on it. I think it's, yeah, Offspring. It's got like another film on it. So, yeah, some of these ones, like the horror ones, I think I'm going to just leave on doing October. And then we have 12 Monkeys as well, with Brad Pitt and Bruce Willis and Madeline Stowe. Yeah. This is actually a Blu-ray, this one. This is not a 4K. I don't know if they've released a 4K, but I picked up the Blu-ray one. Okay, so that's that pile done. So I'll put them back, and then I'll get the rest out, which is the big ones, like the double thick ones. So I'll just shove this back in the shelf now. Right, okay, so we are now on to the big ones, which is just as tall. Yes, up there somewhere. Right, let's start with some of the most recent ones. We have A Fistful of Dollars, or Clint Eastwood, or Clint Eastwood. Yeah, I have never seen this. I know it's considered a Western classic, but I have never seen it, so I'll be looking forward to doing that. I also have For a Few Dollars More, and rounding out the trilogy, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. So I look forward to watching all three of those. It does make up a nice little thingy on the side there, which a lot of people have actually showed, but let me just put it into, there we go, see that. Very nice. Yeah, so it's going to look good. So you can't really have it alphabetical on the shelf, can you? You can't really. It's got to be kind of like at the end of the collection. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to watching all those anyway. So let me put those down there for now. Right, okay, so again, we're in alphabetical order. First one is an absolute horror classic, An American Werewolf in London. Yeah, this is the Blu-ray, not the 4K. Sometimes with Arrow, they sometimes release the Blu-ray first, and then they release the 4K in a couple of months later. Although recently, I think they're actually releasing them on the same day. But when this came out, there was no 4K, so I went for the Blu-ray. But there we go, that's American Werewolf in London. Comes with all the usual stuff inside, or tat as people would call it. But I do like these really nice, thick, lavish box sets. That's one thing that Arrow do really well. They are top-notch with their packaging. Okay, this one was a bit of a strange release for Arrow. It's not really the type of films that you would expect Arrow to release. The Titan collection, Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans. So I'm looking forward to rewatching these. This is a 4K box set. I haven't seen them for a long time. I do own them in 3D. As you can see, you got two lots in there, and also the books and everything. So I'll definitely be rewatching that. This next one I ordered, I think it was from Amazon Italy. And it might be in Italy, actually. It's the Conan series. Look at that nice spot gloss there on his muscles. Yes, Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. I have never seen Conan the Destroyer. And I have seen Conan the Barbarian, but not for many years. It does have some really nice spot gloss on there as well. Yeah, and a massive collection there. Arrow do such great releases, don't they? Next up, we have Creepshow, which I did watch, and I really enjoyed this as well. Look at that spot gloss, look at it. And it's kind of like velvety as well. Nice, thick, sturdy boxes and everything. Yeah, this is... I wasn't really familiar with the Creepshow. I know it was a horror thing, but I wasn't really familiar with it. This is kind of like a series of individual tales. A bit like Twilight Zone sort of thing. But I really enjoyed each and every one of the little stories in there. Have a bit of a shark action. Deep Blue Sea, absolutely. This is 4K as well. Again, great little box set there with everything inside there. Of course, you get alternate artwork with all of these Arrow releases. So I'm looking forward to watching that one in 4K. Again, another absolute classic from back in the day, Demolition Man. I have not seen this for a long time. 4K box set, really looking forward to watching this in 4K. If any of these 4Ks are as good as Poseidon, then I think I'm in for a bit of a treat. Yeah, there we go. That's Demolition Man. Next up, we have Dune. Now, this is not the Denis Villeneuve ones. This is the original from back in the day, from back in the 80s. And I know a lot of people don't like it. It's very cheesy and very out there, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this. If I was to put this against the current Dunes, it doesn't really stand up against them because they are such classic films, these two new ones. But I like this for a bit of corny, cheesy stuff. Yeah. If you want to experience some 80s cheese. Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. This is a Blu-ray box set. I have never seen this film, so this will be a first time watch for me. And then we have The Hills Have Eyes, which is a horror classic. I was just wondering, why is the top all white? Is that like coffee marks or something? It's not, it's part of the box. Yes, and I think he was recently at a convention, so I could have gone to get this signed. Yeah. I just remember him from, I think he was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but he was also in a Motley Crue video. Yeah. We also have The Hills Have Eyes Part 2. So I'll be watching both of those. Probably save both of these ones also for the month of October. So I'll do a lot of Arrow ones, watch a lot of watches through September, and then save the horror ones for the last part of October. I'll put out 2 videos though. I will put out one at the end of September, but I'll also put out a video at the end of October as well. So it'll be like part 1 and part 2. There we go. So that's that one. Next one, I picked this one up from CEX. This is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I have. No, I have not. No, I would have remembered this. But I grabbed this from CEX because they mispriced it. They had it priced up as just like the regular standard Blu-ray. Where I picked up like the limited edition one. So yeah, they made a mistake on that. Tough. Everything I do for you. Kevin Costner, yes. Maybe I should save that one for Christmas. Cancel Christmas. Yes, no, I will be watching this one in September. Again, really good film. Not seen for a long time. RoboCop, absolute classic. One of my youthful films growing up. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, and is this the Blu-ray or the 4K? I think this is the Blu-ray actually. I think again this was one of the ones where they released the Blu-ray first and then they eventually released the 4K. So I might have to rebuy the 4K on that one. Silence of the Lambs, brilliant film there. This is 4K. Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to release maybe the other ones, Red Dragon and what was the other one called? Can't remember the other one. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to release the other ones in the Arrow format, but good film. Also Tremors. This is the original Tremors. This is 4K. I love that spot gloss. Yeah, very cool. Really nice film. I didn't really bother with any of the sequels. I don't know if any of the sequels are any good. You have to let me know in the comments. But I do remember this classic one. Okay, my second favourite horror film of all time. The Thing. The first being Alien. I know you can say, oh, that's sci-fi, but it is horror. It is a horror film, but this is absolutely fantastic. And yes, even though the special effects are very dated for the time, even now, it still freaks me the hell out. And edge of the seat stuff, yeah. And I did watch the prequel. It was made later, but it was a prequel. With Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I thought that was really good as well. It was a good pairing, but this is brilliant. Is this Blu-ray? Yeah, this is Blu-ray again. So again, probably released it and then decided let's do a 4K. I'm glad they're releasing them on the same day now, Blu-ray and 4K together, so you don't have to rebuy them. True Romance, which was not directed by Quentin Tarantino, as a lot of people make the mistake. It's a Tony Scott film. I think Tarantino only produced it. Yeah, there we go. Brilliant film. Oh, look at this. A lot of people, this is like 50-50 with a lot of people. Kevin Costner's Waterworld. You know, at the time it was considered a flop. Most expensive flop ever. But it's a great piece of sea-born action adventure with some fantastic one-liners, great dialogue. And I just absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I've seen the ride as well in Florida, where the boat flies over into the water and everything, and you've got all the people on the jet skis. Fantastic. This is actually a Blu-ray as well. Now, I do own the 4K, which is in the collection over there, but I don't think the 4K standard edition is an Arrow release. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to see it. I'll have to go and have a look in a minute. I'm sure it's from a different company, the actual standard 4K. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, so Waterworld. Waterworld. 3 more. We have Wild Things. This is a 4K. And I have only seen this once. So I'll have to rewatch this, and especially for the swimming pool scene. Yes. Okay, this is going to shock a lot of people. Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio, The Wolf of Wall Street. I've never seen it. Never seen it. I've heard it's good. So, yeah. I'll look forward to watching this. This is actually in 4K. And the last one of the big box sets is Harrison Ford in Witness. Again, a great film. So about, you know, the Amish community. So yeah, I have to watch that one. That is a 4K as well. So I look forward to watching that one. Right, I'm going to just go over and have a look to see if I can find this 4K for Waterworld, because I have it separately. And if it is, I can actually see it now. I'm pretty sure it's not an Arrow release. Hang on a minute. I was right. There we go. It's actually a Universal release. Yes. So, yeah, strange that the 4K is a Universal release. Yet they've actually released a 4K Arrow version as well. So, very strange. Anyway, at least I have both of them. I think this one is only their theatrical version. Whereas, I think you do have the Ulysses cut on the Arrow one. But I think it's only Blu-ray. Anyway, there we go. So that is my complete Arrow collection. So, yeah, quite a lot. Didn't realise I had so much. Didn't realise I had so much that I hadn't watched. So we'll get round to watching some of that stuff in, or hopefully all of that stuff in September and October. Yeah, I'll never do it in a month. Never. Fantastic. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. See you on the next video very soon. Bye-bye.